So, here on the Only Fools and Horses podcast today, we're talking about the sad loss of Patrick Murray, who, of course, played Mickey Pearce. And we've got down to his best 10 moments, haven't we, Chris?
Yeah, that's right, Chris. Sad that he passed in September this year. Yeah, we've knocked it down to about 10. But there is other moments as well that haven't made the cut. That's how high it is. He's mentioned in a few episodes, isn't he, before he does appear in the Healthy Competition Series 3. He's mentioned in the first and second series, but the first appearance is Series 3. Shall I just go through the little episodes that haven't made it, or the little clips? So there was video nasty, wasn't there? Do you remember that with Night Nurse and things?
Yeah, they really stitched up Rodney, didn't they?
Yeah. Del Boy's earning money. He's getting Mickey Pearce doing weddings and things, isn't he, and christenings? And then they're involved with Boise, aren't they? Trying to do a video for Boise, and it ends up being a bit of an adult film. That's quite funny. At the end, Boise goes, "Where do they get these grotty flats from?" And then, all behind Rodney's back, as you say.
Yeah, that's one of those episodes I'm not actually that keen on, video nasties. I think it is because they're so harsh on Rodney, to be honest.
Series 5, yeah. That was Boise and Marlene's anniversary as well, wasn't it, that one? Rodney come home. Do you remember in the nightclub there's a little bit of a scene with Rodney and Cassandra having a bad time, aren't they? And Rodney's moved back in with Del Boy. And Chris it is, isn't it? And Mickey with Rodney at the bar. They're all quite drunk, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Mickey says something like, "You want to get her to find, get Cassandra to think that other women find you desirable." I think that Chris
says, lies, Rodney. That's what Del Boy says, doesn't he? Or...
Yeah, that's right. And then Mickey chats two women up in there, doesn't he? And I think Mickey says, "Oh, don't I know you from somewhere?" And then women are like, "I don't think so." He says, "Oh, I told you. He thought you were our old headmistress." That was quite a funny line, wasn't it?
That was funny.
Yeah. Miami Twice is another one, Chris. Not made the cut. When he speaks to Del in the church, if you remember. And he said he was computerized 3 months ago. And Del Boy says, "I thought you had a bit of a limp." Yeah. And then Fatal Extraction, just a quick one on the bus. He bumps into Rodney on the bus. He goes to the old woman, he goes, "He looks shagged out, doesn't he, love?" Which is, again, another quite a little funny line, isn't it?
Yeah, that is a good moment, actually, when he says that to Rodney. Because he is shagged out, isn't he, at that moment in time? Because he's got this crazy schedule with Cassandra at the hospital, isn't he?
Yeah, literally, like you say, yeah.
That's it like a rabbit, as Del says, I think.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's it. He, again, not made the cut, though, those, amazingly. So I did read, actually, a little bit about how the part came about. I don't know if you know about this, how he got the part.
No idea. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. I'm just reading here what it was. He said he was the king. This is Patrick Murray's own words. He said he was king of adverts before that. Had a lot of comedy roles in adverts. He was doing a Pizza Hut advert in 1983. Played like a wide boy, chatting to two girls. And he said, "Does it remind you of anyone?" It's kind of a Mickey character. He says everyone remembers the advert, but not the product. So it was a good advert, but the product's kind of forgotten about. So Pizza Hut pulled the advert. But he says, thankfully, Ray Butt, the producer, he saw the advert before it was taken off air and thought he'd be ideal for Mickey Pearce. And he says we've been looking for Mickey Pearce for years because, as I said earlier, he's been mentioned a few times in episodes, hasn't he? So he said, I think he said he had a read through of the Lawnmower Engine on the Friday, and Ray Butt said, "Yeah, you start Monday." So that was how quick the turnaround was.
And I think very much Mickey Pearce was the original Jay from The Inbetweeners. When I watched that show, I did think of Mickey Pearce. He seemed like that kind of character, didn't he? Very similar.
Never thought of it like that, but yeah, they're both kind of
Larry.
Larry, full of BS.
I don't mean obviously because they're different ages, aren't they? With Jay, he's a teenager, whereas Mickey Pearce, what is he, like in his 30s, I guess?
Yeah, late 20s, 30s. Yeah, he's full of it, isn't he? Full of bravado. Yeah.
And he always comes out with bullshit, doesn't he, Mickey Pearce? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Similar to, well, the same as Jay in The Inbetweeners completely.
Yeah. Which, funny enough, with you mentioning the word bullshit, That's actually on one of our
Yeah, I love
scenes.
that. I love
Actually,
that
yeah.
line.
Just before we start as well, I just read about his costume as well. He said they give him carte blanche over his costume. I had a selection, but he picked the iconic, what I've got on now a little bit anyway, pork pie
Yeah,
hat
he was
and
a
the
rude
suit.
boy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then apparently his hat went missing. Then he went to an expensive hat shop where celebrities signed it. And actually, Churchill went to this. There's a
Oh
signature of
wow.
Churchill getting this hat. So the hat must have been quite expensive, I would imagine.
I think
So
you've done a very good effort. I think you look quite a lot like Mickey Pearce tonight.
thank you. Yeah, with the hat, I've had the hat. It's actually a gangster hat, but it is quite similar to his, actually, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. So no, thank you very much. Yeah. Should we get the ball rolling then with the first
Yeah,
episode?
we're hoping Emily will join us, but she
I
might
tell,
have a connection issue. But
tell you what, before we do, then I've actually was fortunate to meet Patrick Murray when he wasn't very well. To tell you the truth, about 3 years ago, because I know he's been suffering for quite a few years, and I'd had this picture quite a long time. I've probably shown you these sort of pictures before, caricatures they are,
yeah, they're great.
and
And he
yeah, they're
signed it
good.
for you.
Yeah, he signed it for me. I probably had the picture 10 years, and yeah, I've always thought if I meet him, I'll get him to sign it. He did, but I always love the little references like the lawnmowers and carrots and babysitting and World of Leather and things like that. I like that. Yeah, and
Hmm.
that's what I get most of the actors to sign one of those because I've got like Raquel and Cassandra have done that as well. And that one, sorry, Chris, is just when I did meet him with a few of the other guys. I don't know if you can make him out there.
Yeah, yeah. You've
Yeah,
got Mickey Pearce. You've got Tony Angelino.
yeah.
You've got Mental Mickey. All of them there, and the guy from the Groovy Gang
Groovy Alan Perkins. Yeah, that's right.
and
Um,
Jevon.
I was just looking actually. We've had them all on the podcast.
Apart from Jevon and
Apart from
Patrick,
Jevon.
obviously.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Jevon would be the Stephen Woodcock, isn't it? He'd be the one missing there. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Should we make a start then, if you like? Yeah.
Yeah, make a start. Hopefully,
Chronological order
hopefully
then.
Emily can make it, but if she can't, we understand.
Yeah, of course. Should we do it in chronological order then? First episode, healthy competition.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this was series 3, wasn't it? So he's been mentioned the first 2 series. Um, I've just put here as well. When he was filming in the studio, he did say the laughter would get too much, and he says the first example of this is Grandad, where it's the Wendy House, isn't it? Episode,
Hmm.
the healthy competition. So I think it's Rodney and Del Boy, quite a lot of dialogue. I think, does Rodney say he's in Benidorm or something, opening a branch or something? And Grandad says, "Well, you got a Wendy ass," and that was brought
To
the
be
house
honest, he
down.
wasn't a very good mate to Rodney, was he? If you're being honest about it. But I think everybody knows that sort of person in their lives. I think that's quite realistic, especially
Yeah,
when you're younger.
yeah, he was a bit of a user, wasn't he? Really, yeah. Um, so yeah, that and it was renowned then, wasn't it? After that, every time it was, "What, you got a Wendy ass?" So he's seen. I'm just trying to think. He was seen in the auction house. That was the first time he's seen, isn't it? In the auction house.
That episode,
And
yeah, with the
yeah,
engines.
yeah, yes, they've gone into partnership, and Dell does a funny line, doesn't he? He says, "Hey, you want to be careful in a place like this, Mickey. You just put a 45 quid bid in for a food mix or something, wasn't it? When you scratch your bum." Did I? Did I? And then they buy the lawnmower engines, don't they? Him and Mickey, and then there's like a Rodney says, "Oh, we could, you said we was it Weetabix? We'd have a deal with Weetabix or something. We'd sell them to the carrot crunchers and stuff like that." So yeah, I thought not particularly hilarious, but it was funny, wasn't it? And quite
Yeah,
well
humorous.
known. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, good episode. What are you? Anything else to add to that one at all? Sorry, I probably
That's all right. No.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good episode. I obviously love the part where they Rodney buys the engines again after buying them already, and Dell does a deal, doesn't he, to get somebody to buy them. So Rodney thinks he's succeeded when he hasn't. But as you were saying with the Wendy House line, without Mickey Pearce, that line probably never would have happened. So it is important.
Yeah. And on a point on that, I don't know how if I can do this, but I've got a little video of him about 3 years ago talking about the Wendy House, Patrick Murray himself on stage. So I don't know if broadcasting rights would let us show that, but it'd be quite nice to show the listeners, actually, wouldn't it, that?
Go into business on my own. And Dog goes, who with? And he goes, Mickey Pearce. And then Grandad, this is all, I think it's a bit too fly for my liking, that one. And they're having this big conversation about it. And in the end, he says, well, look, I want my cut of the business. So Dog puts his hand in his pocket, he gives him about 150 quid. And Rodney goes, all these years I've worked with you, Del, all these years, and that's all I'm worth. And Dog says, well, what do you want all the money for? And he says, well, we've got to get advertising, we've got to buy some stock, and we need headquarters. And Grandad pipes up and goes, what are you going to get them, Rodney? I went to the ass.
So that was his first episode. Then he's in the episode Wanted, isn't he? In the pub. Yeah. Do you remember that? What they're
Where
doing?
Rodney goes on the run?
Yeah, it is that. That's right. Yeah. So they're
Peck and Pouncer?
Peck and Pouncer, exactly, yeah. They're staring at two birds, aren't they, in the pub?
Yeah.
And I think, does Mickey Pearce says to Rodney, say something then? And Rodney's like, what? I don't know anything. So then Rodney says, well, you do it. And Mickey Pearce like, what? And Rodney says, anything, it's easy. And then he shouts, oi at them, doesn't he?
Oi! Yeah.
Yeah, oi. Hey, and then he says, hey, they're looking at us. He says, no wonder that you just shouted oi. But then Del Boy ruins it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
By
well, maybe helps them out. I mean, I can't remember what they look like, to be fair. Or did you even see what they look like?
We don't even see them, no.
That's probably the best thing to do, really, after receiving a line like that from Del Boy. What does he say? Yeah. Ugly sisters, doesn't he?
Yeah. Have you seen much of Cinderella since the wedding?
That's it.
Yeah. Which, like you say, refers to all ugly sisters. And then I think then they part ways, don't they? Say, oh, see you Tuesday then.
That's it. See you Tuesday. I remember that.
Yeah. See you Tuesday.
That's a funny moment. Yeah.
Mm.
Again, he started it off, but he hasn't finished it, kind of thing. So, you know, he's shouted oi, but then Del Boy's come in there with the big gag at the end.
Yeah. This is it. Yeah. And I think Rodney says, you're a little John Travolta when you get going, aren't you? Saying oi or something. Yeah. Yeah. Then I've got Happy Returns then. So it's the first episode of Series 4. He's having a conversation with Del Boy in the pub, doesn't he?
Yeah, Aikido.
That's it, Aikido.
This is what we were talking about earlier, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that smell?
That's it. Yeah. Cows, is it? Sheep? I know what it is. Yeah. Bullshit. Yeah. But he says he wiped them out. I think he says, I've been class of Aikido. And Del says, well, say something then in Aikido. She says, no, it's martial arts. I knocked out 5 people. Yeah. And he does that, doesn't he? And then Del just leans towards him and he like jumps back, doesn't he?
And it's great because it isn't actually a martial art, is it?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I've not heard of it as a martial art.
Taekwondo is, but surely not Aikido. I've never heard of that.
I've never heard. No, it's funny.
This is the only context I've heard of Aikido in Only Fools and Horses. I've never. It must be made up.
Yeah. Perhaps a combo of 2 things, and he's got it wrong. Yeah, maybe we've missed out on the joke there. The big joke. Yeah, maybe so. And then later on, he's saying how young Debbie is, isn't he, Mickey? But he actually comes around the house at the very end, doesn't he?
Yeah, another example why he wasn't a great friend. Yeah, it does that to Rodney. Yeah,
because Albie Littlewood, wasn't it? Died on a railway track, hadn't he? So yeah. So
they were only playing games.
Only playing games. So Del says at the end, doesn't he? Just be careful when you walk home across that railway track, Mickey, or something. Yeah. And then Series 4. Then I think it is. No, is it? Yeah, it is. Watching the Girls Go By. Do you remember that one?
Let's have a look because I don't actually. I read this one. You sent me this one, and I wasn't. This didn't ring a bell, to be honest. Not like the others.
No, it's not probably one of his famous episodes, but it's Boise, Trigger, and Del playing cards at the beginning of the episode, and Mick is in the background throwing darts.
Okay.
And he misses a dart basically near to Boise, and Boise's losing at cards. He's a bit peed off, like.
Yeah.
So I've mentioned that because Boise comes up with a line. I've written it here. Boise says to Mickey, if that dart comes anywhere near me again, I will shove feathers and all right up your gearbox. And it's apparently one of John Challis's favourite lines, that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but this is the episode where, what is it? Is it a ball or something? It's a disco, isn't it, on Saturday night at the Nag's Head? But Rodney
Yeah,
has,
I mean,
yeah,
it's the bet, isn't it? For me, that's the funniest
yeah,
part because Del Boy thinks it's for 50 quid and it turns out to be for 50p.
just,
That's the funniest part, I think.
yeah, yeah. He cajoles him, doesn't he? Go on, Rodney, get in the mouth, he get something, yeah. So they have a bet, yeah, and then it ends up being,
And Rodney's date is somebody that Del lines up for him, and she loves to take her clothes off, doesn't she? On top of tables, I think.
yeah, Vonnie, isn't it? Yeah, stripper. I mean, exotic dancer, isn't she, or something? Yeah, but essentially she's a
But
stripper,
that is
isn't
funny because Rodney's like, I was telling all the people at the pub how I loved her. She was the love of my life, and we were going to settle down, and then she's getting her
she? Yeah.
tits out.
I was saying how we got engaged, yeah, and then I look round, she's got all the clothes off.
Funny.
And then apparently, where did that snake go? No, where did that snake go? No one knew where it went either, or something. It says, yeah, Delboy, yeah. And then it's dates, isn't it? The next one. So we're now gone on to series. Well, it's just pre-series 6, this, isn't it? The
Christmas special.
1988 Christmas special. Do you remember that one? It involves Nervous
Yeah.
Nerys, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is the stitch up with Neris, and yeah, he says that she loves really macho men, which couldn't be further from the truth, could it? And
No.
yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, it's a great stitch up, to be fair. I mean, this is one of the times where he stitches him up, and I find it funny, and I'm not as sorry for Rodney, you know?
No.
It is funny.
No, it's not malicious, this one, is it? No, it's just a bit of a wind up, as it
Yeah.
were. Yeah.
They might be jealous, though, to be fair, you know, because she was a looker.
Yeah, definitely. Another friend of the show, Andre Bernard, isn't it? Has Andre been on it twice or once? Have I?
Yeah, we did it twice. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she'd been on twice. Yeah, yeah.
The second time, first time was at her house. The second time she was in a studio because she was recording something at the time. I can't remember what, but she
Yeah,
acts in plays and stuff as well, doesn't she, at the moment?
yeah. But it's Jevon, Mickey, and Rodney, isn't it? And then Rodney goes, and Mickey and Jevon are laughing, and Chris walks in, doesn't he? So what are you laughing at? And he said, I think, does he say, Mickey says, we've just had a bet with Rodney or something that she likes Macho Man. He says, what? Nervous Nerys? And they both go, yes.
Macho Man, yeah.
So we know then, don't we, the audience, that,
Yeah.
oh, he sent him down the river
The
here.
wind
Yeah.
up. Yeah, it's that moment when they both go, yes, like that.
Yeah. So, and then that culminates in him, the James Dean look, Del says, but they meant before the crash, so he pulls up in the van, where I've reenacted the scene, by the way, but I don't want to...
Again, Mickey has set it in motion,
Yes.
really, if you think about it, because without him stitching him up at the bar, he wouldn't have dated Nerys in that way, and it probably would have gone a lot more successfully for him.
Yeah. But it led on to be a classic scene, didn't it?
Yeah.
We've never done this one, actually. It's one we should do. One of the stars of the show is the van, isn't it? And that would be up there, wouldn't it? You know, that scene is one of the best.
Yeah, what are the best scenes with the Trotter van? Yeah, that would be a good one.
Would be a good one. Yeah.
That'd be in the top 5, I reckon.
I think so. Yeah. Next one was Yuppie Love Series 6. So that was the first episode.
I do love this one. Yeah, I like the other moment though. I'm going to sort of class it as both of these moments because you said maybe not that moment where they're in the car on the way home, but I love that moment.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really funny by the Riverside Club and all that, and just for that I won't give you a kiss, and she's like, you know, it's really funny. But the other moments in the nightclub, isn't it?
Yeah. I think you're right. The two, he's got quite a big part in that episode, hasn't he? Arguably as big as he does. So the first scene, like you say, is in the nightclub. They've spotted Cassandra, haven't they? Who Rodney's met earlier in the day at the college. Yeah. So I think what's his line? He says something like this, you know, pointing to Jevon. This guy's the first hand in lateral chatting, and I'm the first hand in lateral chatting. This is God Foster's son. So what's chances a wall like you got something, isn't it? So
I like it when is it Chris that goes over or
It was Jevon.
It's Jevon.
Prisoners there.
Sorry, I get them mixed up. I love it when he goes over and then he says, obviously, she's a lesbian. And
Yeah.
then Mickey Pearce goes over and he's like, well, does Mickey Pearce say it actually? I think he says it. Or do they
Yeah.
both
What?
say it? Because he goes over there after
Jevon.
Jevon has been there and he says that they prefer a more direct approach. And he goes over to her and he's like, do you want to dance? And she's like, no. And then he walks off. Again,
Yeah.
that's really funny.
Yeah. And he just, when she says no, he just goes, right. So that's his way in it. Oi, do you want to dance? He's just kind of.
Very direct, yeah.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, Jevon's called her a lesbian. So when Mickey goes back, he goes, she's definitely
a lesbian.
Yeah, definitely a lesbian. So I bet she'll dance to me. So they have a bet, don't they, and everything. And it's a cut scene, actually, you know, from recent times. He ends up dancing with Cassandra, and Mickey turns to Jevon and goes, he's offered her half the winnings, which I don't think shown very often, but that's what he says. He's got an offered her half the winnings, you know. So
what's the reason for that? Is it royalties of music or something?
I think it's music. I think it's the Lady in Red, you know, song.
Well, the episode I watched though has definitely got Lady in Red in it, because you've got that scene where Jevon is dancing with this woman, or I think later on. Maybe that's the version I've got, the original version then on DVD.
Possibly, yeah. I know there's more dialogue when Rodney goes over. On the cut scene, you just see him go over and sort of go hello and smile, and then the dancing. Whereas there's a bit of dialogue where he asks her to dance, and he goes, I think she goes, Cassandra goes, was this? He goes hello. She goes, was there something? He goes, oh, just wondering if you'd like to dance. And she went, yeah, okay then. And then, but you don't see that on the cut bit. It's just he smiles. And
but
goes,
you see
hello.
the bit afterwards on both, don't you? Where she says, he says that he did it for a bet, and he didn't mean it like that, though. You see that bit, don't you?
Yeah, you see that bit. Yeah, and like you say, in the car's a good bit, and the have you ever been down by the Riverside Club? And Cassandra goes, it's got an awful reputation, and he goes, well, I'm a member, and he goes, and she says, beg your pardon. He says, all right, darling, didn't even hear it, and he goes, didn't even hear it, and laughing and stuff, isn't he? Yeah. I'm not giving too much away, but that is a good moment, isn't it? Let's say, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's up there for me.
Yeah. I think he says, does he say something like, all right, there's a few unsavoury characters, but we enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Emma goes, so do lynch mobs. And that's when he says,
oh,
just for that, I won't give you a kiss goodnight or something. Yeah. And then when he leaves Emma, he goes, night, Emma, love you. And you hear him chuckling.
When he's leaving, yeah.
When he's leaving, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
When you were talking about Patrick, he was actually in Quadrophenia as well. That
He
great
was.
youth cult film. That was something, a claim to fame for Patrick, definitely.
I've never seen it. I want to, because Phil Daniels is in it as well, isn't he?
You've never seen it? Oh, it's a brilliant film.
Really Leslie Ash is in it as well, isn't she?
Leslie Ash. Sting's in it.
Sting's in it, is he?
He's the ace face in it.
What about Daniel Peacock? Is he in it?
I think he's in it as well. Yeah. There's small parts in it though, both him and Patrick. But you can spot them easily. They're all mods in it. Ray Winston's in it as well. He's a rocker.
Ray Winston. They'll all be similar ages, won't they? Early 20s, probably, most of them. Yeah.
It was a good film. Yeah, it's a classic. It is a classic.
He was in Scum as well. One or two of them are in Scum as well, aren't they, I think?
Yeah, well, Ray Winston wasn't he? And wasn't Out of Only Fools and Horses, wasn't he? Oh, no, I'm getting mixed up. Denzel was in The Long Good Friday. That's what I'm thinking of.
Right.
He gets tortured by razors. It's quite a gruesome scene. He gets slashed with a knife to reveal who's betraying them, but he doesn't know. That's one of his lines, but a lot more explicit, a lot more swearing, as you can imagine.
Yes, yeah, just a bit. Yeah, so we're on to Little Problems now. This is, I've said this before on podcast, it's the wedding episode, but Little Problems doesn't give anything away, does it, that it is that episode?
Yeah, this is with the O'Driscolls. The Driscoll brothers. Sorry,
Driscolls, yeah.
I'm getting
They're
mixed up
not,
with.
they're not Irish, mate.
No, I was getting mixed up with Red Dead Redemption 2 for some reason. No idea why, but there you go. Yeah, the Driscoll brothers, and they're in casts, aren't they? Him and Jevon.
Yes. Jevon's got a neck brace, hasn't he? And Mickey Pearce has got that's what I should have had that, shouldn't I? Bandage.
Yeah,
But what's the thing with Mickey Pearce's plaster? What with the
revolving door, wasn't it?
yes, but you know the story behind that though, don't you? That it was
He was
a
really
real
hurt,
injury.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. I read up on it actually because I didn't know quite what had happened, but he had a real life accident and he thought his world was over. He says the week before rehearsals, he fell over his dog and put his hand out to break his fall and went straight through a glass. So his arm's in the glass, and in his panic, he's pulled his arm quickly out of the
Ah,
glass, and that's where he's done his damage. He's ripping his arm on several jagged pieces of glass. He says he required 170 stitches.
wow.
And he lost 9 pints of blood. And he says, I was actually lucky to be alive and was told he wouldn't be able to use his right hand fully again. So then he's gone, I'm rehearsing next or filming next week. He's rung up Gareth Gwenlyn, the producer, to tell him of his accident. And he thought, that was it, I'm out of the episode. However, John Sullivan's genius, he rewrote it, as John does.
Yeah. Made that scene a lot better, I'm sure.
Yeah. But he said when he went up to rehearsals, this is how good the team was, the actors, they all turned up in slings and everything to take the mickey out of him. Pardon the pun. Yeah, in bandages and things. They're talking about Del Boy's phones, aren't they, if you remember that episode?
Yeah. One went up one of the Driscoll brothers' nose, didn't it? Well, actually, no, that happens when they're hiding behind the curtain, doesn't it?
Yeah, at least one's gone up his nose, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
So Del's bought them off Jevon and Mickey, not realising they are from the Driscoll brothers.
Yeah.
So I think they'd threatened to beat... Well, they have beaten them up, haven't they? They threatened to beat Mickey and Jevon up because they're saying...
Take it further. That was just a warning.
Yeah. Who's got the phones now? Del Boy's got them. And then it culminates in them rocking up, doesn't it, at the pub?
Yeah.
The Driscoll brothers.
That is brilliant. I think those characters are great. They're only in one episode, but it's enough. Then they're always very memorable, aren't they? Sort of Peckham's answer to the craze, really.
And he goes... like John's written them in on the Frog's Legacy, hasn't he, about the Driscoll brothers? I think, does Rodney say something like, that's like bumping into the two Ronnies, Unc, Biggs and Cray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's quite a few lines to do with the craze, actually. When they win the money, Rodney says we're dealing with Sotheby and the British Museum, not Ronnie and Reggie. So there's quite a few of them, if you think about it.
Quite a few, yeah, there is actually, yeah. So yeah, it's good. It's memorable, isn't it? I think the story behind it's quite something as well, and you think, wow, what he went through, really, yeah.
And they wouldn't have done that today, I don't think. I don't think they would have even had the inclination to do that. To think of that.
Mm.
And now health and safety, they wouldn't, would they? But
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wonder if the Driscoll brothers were ever part of it, really. Was it all rewritten because of, because were they going to get beat up? Probably not, were they? I don't know.
Maybe they were just going to be threatened, but it obviously made it a lot more real that they were a bit hurt,
Yeah.
But it is funny the way his arm is like that in the cast as well. It's not just like like that. I think Jevon's like that, but his is like that.
Yeah. It was proper up there, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, when you look at it, it does look a fair old plaster cast, doesn't it, that he's got on there? Yeah.
It looks real.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And I'm not making any bones about this, and he says it himself. Most people's favourite episode, Patrick Murray says Jolly Boy's out, and of course, Christmas special he's in, isn't he?
Yeah.
He said his favourite episode. He said at the time, he had two lads who were young. So do you know about this, one of his lads, in this episode?
Does he drive the boat?
Yeah.
The motorised boat in Margate?
That's it. Yeah, with Uncle Albert, yeah. So Yeah, I'm just looking here. So as to start with, he's made a holiday of Margate. He's staying in the Ramsgate Hotel or something, but he didn't stay there like a lot of other actors. He found a caravan site. He said with Italian marble statues and a Rolls Royce. He said it was cheaper than the hotel rate, and all the family stayed there. So Adrian Pegg, friend of the show again. What would Adrian be? Location. He did the locations, didn't he, and props and things. Adrian, the
It was near
like the,
King's Avenue, wherever that is. I can't remember now.
mm, he blew up the coach, didn't he, Adrian? He's very involved with that as well.
Yeah,
Um,
that was one of the thing. That was one of the things he was most proud of, blowing up the coach. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So he said to Patrick, does one of his sons want to do the scene with Uncle Albert with the remote control boat? So his son Ricky did it. And he says the fee was an ice cream. And Patrick said he loved it and did it brilliantly. But I think he does a few things in this episode, doesn't he? He's got on the coach on the way down, he says, I forget who it is now. Someone says, you gotta give it to Del, cutting all them, doing all them sandwiches, and Mickey says, can you imagine Del Boy cutting all them loaves up? He probably got some idiot to do it for him. And then who is it that says,
Trigger.
no, I did it for him. And then they look at each other, don't they? Yeah.
He's also singing on the coach. That's funny, isn't it? Help, help! I need somebody.
Yeah. And he goes down Uncle Albert's ear, doesn't he?
Please, please
Yeah.
help me.
You noisy little git or something. Why do we have to set off so early or something, didn't he? You're on a Beano. You're supposed to be enjoying yourself or something, yeah. And then there's I'm trying to think which order it is.
And that just reminds me of, it's not connected to Mickey Pearce, but when Rodney says, "Lock up your daughters," and then Alan's sat next to him.
Yeah. All right, Alan. Yeah. All right,
Oh,
Alan.
it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. And then at the train station, they've realised they can't get a train home because of the rail strike. So Uncle Albert goes, during the war, and then Mickey says, shut up. It wasn't a memorable line, but he says, we're sick of your stupid stories or something, doesn't he?
And then Del has a go at him, yeah.
Yeah. And then the hotel that they can't get in at, Rodney, Del and Uncle Albert, they just hear a laugh, don't they? Yeah.
But then Del has the last laugh, doesn't he? Because he says about Denzel having a disease. And, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. And I think Mickey goes, oh, look, it's the Coach Busters, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's a great line. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he says, you're not stopping at the Villa Bella, are you? He says, no, we're not. We're stopping. It's a secret. Yeah. So, again, it's got to be nothing absolutely hilarious what he does, but it's memorable. It's a memorable episode. And
he's a very memorable character, even if he's not in the show a lot. If you saw him in the street, you'd know him, wouldn't you? Like a lot of these characters from the show, because it's such a famous show. But he's very memorable.
Yeah, yeah, and actually, he's been in I think I'm right in saying Bar Trigger and Boise. Really, he's probably been in there longest, hasn't he? As well, apart from the main characters, of course.
And he was in it later on as well, wasn't he? He was in the last three. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was in 20 episodes altogether. When you think he didn't start till series 3, he's probably in half of them then, really, isn't he? I would have thought.
That's unusual in itself, really.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Next one's Modern Men. Don't know if you remember this one in the pub. When he goes about... Yeah, so he's on about... I think he says congratulations to Rodney, who's expecting a baby. And then he says he's got a new job, doesn't he?
Burger King's.
Yeah.
That's where they're going for interviews, yeah.
That's it, yeah. So solar energy and all this, isn't he? It does involve 2 panes of glass. You're double glazing salesman, aren't you? Yeah, all right, I am, yeah. Like you say, we're doing interviews at Burger King.
Really impressive.
Yeah. Did you say we're suing Panorama as well or something?
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Del always runs him down, doesn't he? Like Mickey Pearce, the only time he made a woman jealous was when he won the last round at bingo or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's right, though, because you never really see his character with a woman, do you?
No. No. I think Rodney says the last woman you took on a date was to a Bay City Rollers concert or something as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, funny.
I think this is quite a virtuoso scene of his in If They Could See Us Now. Can you remember that when he's on a phone call to Rodney?
Yes, this is where they've gone on the gold rush, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
this is the phone call before they get the phone call from Jonathan Ross, and then Del Boy thinks that it's Mickey Pearce again taking the Mickey.
yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Stick that money up your arse or something, and I'm gonna come down there and do whatever Del says, doesn't he? And then he says, "What do you think we are, a plonker? We're back or something?" Yeah. But before that, he rings up to say they've seen an advert in the Pecamecco, haven't they? He's put an advert in, hasn't he?
yeah.
Um, and he pretends to be is he the Sultan of Brunei?
Yeah, I couldn't remember this part, to be honest, but I remember he tries to stitch Del Boy up, doesn't he, on the phone?
Yeah, Your Majesty would like to, and goes on a bit, and then he goes into the Mickey voice at the end and goes, because he's just bought a Reliant Regal and he'd like to know how to start the van up in cold mornings, and they all laugh then in the
In the
pub,
pub.
don't they, at
Yeah.
him? Yeah,
That's harsh. Funny, but harsh.
yeah, yeah, funny but harsh. Yeah, so that was the 10, Chris. Yeah.
And I think that episode is very underrated. I watched it again recently and I was laughing non-stop, actually. If
Mm.
they could see us now. After, obviously, they become millionaires. After, that isn't so funny, the beginning bit, but then when they go back to the flat and they're back to normal, it is a very funny episode, I think.
Yeah, I think the problem the last 3 episodes have got, and it's true that it's been compared to what's gone before it, hasn't it? If you treat it like a standalone comedy, it's actually very good, isn't it? The last
Mm.
3 episodes, yeah. I think there's moments. I don't think the standard's as good, but I think I think I've looked at it like that over the years. I've kind of gone, okay, it's not what it once was, but they've aged, haven't they? They've got older. And if you just watch it on its merit, I think you enjoy it more then as well, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think you should compare, although we will do that one day. Should they have finished on time on our hands or continued, one day we will do that, won't we? So
Yeah.
it's a topic that has to be talked about. So now we're going to do our top 10. Do you want to go first, Chris?
Okay, yeah. My 10th one is Wanted Oi, just because it's a good episode, but he's not in it much. So if you remember, he just shouts "Oi!" and the women look at him, don't they? So yeah, that's my number 10. What about you?
Mine's a lot higher than that for the Wanted episode, just so you know. My number 10 is If They Could See Us Now, the Sultan of Brunei. I just don't remember it that much. I more remember about how um, Jonathan Ross calls up Dell and he thinks it's Mickey Pearce.
Mm.
And I find that bit more funny, to be honest. And Dell totally gets it wrong, doesn't he? And he would have won a lot of money on the gold rush, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would. That hundreds of thousands, I think. Yeah, it's funny actually when we're talking about episodes, how much Mickey set up things, isn't it? Really, he's behind
Mm,
some of the memorable moments, really, as well, isn't he? If he's not in it, he's kind of involved
yeah.
with it.
Like the
Yeah.
Wendy House line, that wouldn't have happened. Nervous Nereus, that wouldn't have happened to
Mm.
that extent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even the bet, really, as well. Obviously, it was down to Mickey Pearce, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
sets things up, doesn't he?
Without a doubt. What about your number 9 then?
My number 9 is Healthy Competition. Um, Scratch Your Bum, that's in the auction house. I say it's fairly humorous, but I don't laugh out loud when I hear that line for me. Um, yeah, so
Oh,
that's my
really?
number
Okay.
9.
Mine's quite high there, really. Yeah.
Mm.
My number 9 is Watching the Girls Go By. With
Okay.
the bet one, yeah, that we mentioned, yeah.
And that's my number 8.
Your number 8. So my number 8 is Modern Men, the double glazing salesman one. So I'm keeping a chart on this. Sorry, Watching the Girls Go By was number what? Sorry for you.
Number 8 for me.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, I'll score it.
But it
Right.
easily could have been number 9 as well, to be fair. Because as I say, it's a very short scene for him, isn't it? We said it's more about Boise.
Yeah, yeah. So what we? Sorry, if I said Modern Men number 8 for me.
My number 8, Watching the Girls Go By.
Watching the Girls Go By. Yeah.
Number 7 for me is Happy Returns, Aikido. And the funniest bit is, of course, Del Boy, isn't it? Where he's like, is it cows? Is it horse? No, it's bullshit. Yeah, that's the funniest part. But again, because it's probably not as high, although it's probably one of his best moments, but he's dealt the hammer blow by Del Boy, isn't he?
Yeah,
You know what I mean. He's set it up again, but Del Boy completely knocks him down, doesn't he?
yeah. This is it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's up there and then he's down there, isn't he? Sort of thing. Yeah. Mine's little problems with the Driscoll brothers with the in a sling. I mean, I think the story behind that. Well, it's not great, but it's an interesting story, isn't it? But
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
yeah, I've put it as number 7 there. Yeah,
My number 6 is Modern Men. So the double glazing salesman and Burger King's. I suppose though, with the Burger King line, that really sticks in my head. And whenever I would see a Burger King, I'd think of Mickey Pearce. It's funny, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's dates, nervous Neris.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Again, a good like. Yeah, I mean, there is some good. There's got some good episodes. It's interesting how different we've been actually as well with some of them.
Yeah,
Isn't
mine's
it?
a lot higher. That one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've got nervous Neris. Yeah.
To be honest, they're not usually this far apart when we do it. They're usually
Now,
quite similar. A few are different, but that's interesting.
mm, mm. What about your number 5 then?
The Jolly Boys outing with the sandwiches, and then Del probably got some idiot to make it, and of course it's Trigger. It's funny, but it's quite short again. But it's from probably the best episode or one of the best episodes. And as I was saying earlier, it's funny the way he's singing "Help" on the bus as well. Yeah, good
Yeah,
one.
he's got, like you say, he's got about 3 different things in that, hasn't he? That episode. Yeah. Um, my number 5 is if they could see us now, Sultan of Brunei. I think I put that high because it's quite. He's the honcho of that joke, isn't he? Everyone's
Mm.
looking around him. He's in charge of that one. Yes, that's why I quite like that one. When
Yeah,
you think of Mickey Pearce,
there isn't a moment where he's put down because he always is, isn't he?
mm,
Normally,
yeah, yeah,
Del
he's
hasn't
got
got a reply to that.
no, he's got one up on him there, hasn't he? Really? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've got that as number 5. Number 4.
Little problems with Mickey and Jevon in plaster with their arms, and yeah, I mean, it's just a brilliant episode. It's one of my favorite episodes. That's probably why as well. And I think it's a very iconic episode because of the Driscoll brothers and everything that goes with it. Really, that's my
Yeah,
number 4.
yeah. This is going to be quite interesting. This
The
what's
top
going to be
three.
yeah, because I'm looking at the score. I'm adding your score with my score, and a lot of them are in double figures.
I got a
Actually,
feeling
yeah,
we got the same number 1.
yeah. I know there's one that hasn't been mentioned yet. Yeah, my number 4's Johnny Boy's outing. Like you say, there's the loaves. Um, I cut them up for him. The stupid stories with Albert on the rail station, and then it's the coach busters. So that's my number 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 3 then.
Top 3.
What's your third?
Wanted.
Wanted. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's a very short one, but I think only Mickey Pearce would come out with Oi, and I could imagine that situation going out with your mates, and you'd have one mate, and you'd be like, "Go on then, go on, you chat him up or whatever,"
yeah.
and then he shouts Oi. It's hilarious. It's just one word, but that's not how you do it, is it, Mickey? No.
Yeah, like you say, we've all got a mate like Mickey Pearce to a point, haven't we? Like that, yeah, like a Jay or a Mickey Pearce.
Somebody,
Mine,
he always strikes me as somebody who has too much to drink, and then he comes
mm,
out with Larry stuff all the time.
yeah,
But it does make for funny scenarios.
oh yeah, definitely. My number 3's Happy Returns. I thought that was funny that Aikido, yeah,
Yeah, it was
sponsor,
funny.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now I'm
Cow
thinking I should have had
Dixon,
it a bit higher. But this always happens, doesn't it, when you do this, to be fair.
always that. Yeah, I mean it's amazing that my number 3 is Happy Returns. You got it as 10. You've got your Wanted, haven't you, as 3, and I've got it as number 10.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
So
usually like that.
no, no. So top 2 then. So you're go on, reveal your top 2. Go on, reveal both of them then. What have you got?
Number 2 dates. You've mentioned that previously.
Yeah, mine was 6. Yeah,
Yeah, I think Mickey Pearce set it in motion, didn't he? And it's just really funny how they've stitched up Rodney, and they're all in it all in on it together, aren't they? That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And again, he isn't put down in this moment. There aren't many moments where he isn't put down by Dell or somebody else. Um, but maybe his character evolved, kind of, because in the early series he was always put down, and then as it got further into it, he didn't get put down as much. But the whole nervous Nereus thing, that's I think that whole scenario, everything about it is one of the funniest parts of Only
Mm,
Fools and Horses.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, you set him up nicely. So that would make all right. To hold off with the number one then. Mine's healthy competition then at number two. I like
Yeah,
the
so
week.
you find this a lot more funny than I do.
Yeah, I like the carrot crunchers and the. I do like scratch your bum bit as well. Did I? Just his naivety, like did I? He's
Yeah,
winding you up, and things like that. Yeah, just like that one. Maybe it's for. I think the Wendy House influenced me as well.
important line.
Yeah, I know that wasn't quite him directly involved, but yeah, I think that's what influenced me with that. I think we're both on agreement here, aren't we? Number one,
Yuppie Love.
Yuppie Love. Yeah, yeah. Um, what's the favourite scene? We've grouped it together. What would you be your favourite scene of the Yuppie Love? So we've got the nightclub or the car. Which sold it for you?
The car.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's his best scene, really.
Mm,
It's not that long, I suppose, but it's one of his. It seems like one of his longest scenes, and
mm,
everything he says is funny, really.
yeah, yeah. It's probably typical Mickey, isn't it? That in his pomp, like really. Yeah, yeah.
And he's just
Um,
obviously been out on the town, so you could imagine it totally. He would have had a lot to drink, and yeah, he's at his Larry best, really. I think
mm.
in that
And
episode.
and at the end, actually, Delboy says that he bumps into Mickey Pearce and says, apparently Mickey says you met some tart and she took give you a lift home. And Roddy goes, that's right. What she got? A convertible. So he's actually in it a little bit at the end.
Because he's been out in the rain, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
So
one of my favorite episodes as well, so that influenced it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so if I look at it as a score, that scored 2 points, the lowest you could get. So that's definitely that's number one by a mile. Every other episode
It's
is
different.
in double digits. Yeah, second was Dates Nervous Nerris.
For me,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and then we had it, and then third, even though you scored it a lot higher, Happy Returns Aikido. So that's the top three. Yuppie Love, Dates, Nervous Nerris, and Happy Returns the Aikido were the top three we had there.
Oh, right. Oh,
Uh,
well done. You've worked it out well.
yeah, yeah, it's easy with two because when there's three of you, you've got to score it even more. Yeah, we might even be more all over the place. Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed doing that one actually. Yeah, yeah, it's hopefully a good tribute to Patrick Murray as well.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. And yeah, it was good doing it. We haven't done it for a while, have we? So it's good to get back into it.
Yeah, yeah, no question. So we've got Series 7 coming up, I think, haven't we, soon? Well,
Yeah.
it's on the agenda.
There's only two more, isn't there, series? Or is there just one?
It's the last one, Series
The
7.
last one. And then you've got
Yeah,
the last three episodes, I suppose. We have spoken about them before, but we could do it again, couldn't we?
we could do it again. I mean, we've not touched the surface with
Sorry, actually,
Cal.
you've got six episodes, haven't you? Because you got the first trilogy, and then you got the second trilogy, Christmas specials,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, could perhaps group them together as a
as a
as a show.
series.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're
yeah,
normally about 7 episodes, aren't they? A series or
yeah.
eight?
The longer ones were six, but yeah, the early series were 7 or 8, I think. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
64 altogether, of course, wasn't there? From start to finish. Big Brother to Sleepers in Peckham, I think it was.
Mm. And we had a lot of fun, didn't we, on the Only Fools and Horses tour in Bristol? Good laugh, wouldn't it? We'll have to do it again. We'll have to go up there. We're talking about it, aren't we, next year?
Yeah, perhaps do it on our own steam, even. Yeah, maybe.
Go to some of the locations and maybe do a podcast outside the flats or something like that, something a bit different.
Yeah, that'd be good. Whether I could bring my van down, but it's a long way, or I know John Jones Trotter might bring his Capri and his van, which would be great, wouldn't it, as well?
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
cosmic.
yeah. And we can explore a bit more other scenes that we've not visited as well, can't we? On that
Yeah,
tour.
because we had a bit of a disaster, didn't? Well, I did. You've done it before. I hadn't done it, and the coach didn't crash, but there was this terrible accident, and we couldn't get to all the locations. Couldn't even
Yeah,
go to the flats, but they have apologised, and we don't blame them. They're even giving us our money back, aren't they? I think so. We can't really complain. It
yeah.
wasn't their fault.
I've not had a refund yet, but yeah, they did say they would. They were
Well,
quite
they
good on the
said we
day.
could have a different package to all come again, didn't they? I
Come
think.
again,
Yeah.
or a different tour sort of thing. Yeah,
But in a way, I found it more enjoyable going the next day by myself to the
mm,
flats because I would have
mm.
had a lot longer than if you were on the tour and you got to see the lockups and you got to see the murals of Del and Rodney. And so I enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah, yeah, quite nostalgic, wasn't it?
And
That,
our
and
night
then
out was good in Bristol, wasn't it? There was a lot of nice pubs in Bristol.
there was it's a good night out, isn't it? Yeah, and then it was quite nice. We kind of bumped into the bar where he fell through the exterior, didn't we? I know it's not the interior, but we bumped into the bar again, so we'd had a bit of a. I tried to do a commentary, but I was about 5 or 6 pints in. It wasn't flowing somehow.
Don't know, it got a lot of likes, but
Did
that
it?
was funny because I don't think we realised it was a wedding downstairs, and we went downstairs, and but then luckily the connection just cut off because we lost internet connection. But and everybody was like, "Well, we want to see the inside, so maybe we could go back there and show people what it looks like." It's not
Yeah,
from the scene, as we know, but it's still a nice tribute they've got there, haven't they? They've got a nice picture by the bar. You can imagine it, you know.
yeah. Again, it's one of them caricature ones, isn't it? The yuppie love. I have got it. I think it's behind me somewhere. Is it behind me on the top? Can you see it up there? Maybe not. I can't. At the top, very top there, yuppie love. You might be able to see it.
Nah, I can't make it out.
Yeah, that was there, wasn't it? And things. Yeah. So yeah, and then there's also the Jolly Boys outing tour. Do you remember me saying about that? Adrian Pegg's organising that, isn't he, next
Yeah,
year?
that'll be fun. Yeah, I think he's going to come on the podcast and speak about it
Oh, is he?
nearer the
Oh,
time,
great.
so we can talk to it. Because last time I spoke, it was just me, wasn't it? Because you couldn't make it, Emily couldn't make it, so it'd be good to talk to him again.
Yeah, that would be good. I think they're doing quite a few different weekends, so everybody who wants to go will get an opportunity to go, which would be good, wouldn't it? Really.
And he's
Um,
got an insight into it, hasn't he? Definitely, because he planned a lot of the scenes, so it's perfect, really.
I think that's the great thing, as you say. Yeah, it's not just a tour guide; it's somebody with the inside knowledge, isn't it? So he should come up with some quite hidden
People are
gems,
harsh
really.
on the tour guides, though. I don't know if you've seen with some of the videos we uploaded, and somebody got one thing wrong, but he didn't get it wrong, actually. People were saying, no, it was this year. And then, as it turned out, the tour guide was right. Somebody said,
Yeah.
well, no, it wasn't actually, but that's the nature of it, isn't it? Because it's everybody's favourite show. They think they know best, really.
And you know what? It's funny. I think I can recite stuff, but in the moment when you try and you do lose a little bit, I have to write things down because you do forget the key moment, don't you? Sometimes,
Mm.
yeah. I think that's the trouble because not the trouble, but the great thing. So
There's
many
so many
episodes.
moments.
Yeah, so many moments, so many episodes, so many years. It's hard to always get it quite accurate, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a great weekend, though. I did enjoy that. We'll do
Yeah,
it again. Uh,
definitely. Bristol, hopefully Bristol and Margate. Certainly one of them anyway. No
Margate would
question
be
about
fun
that.
as well.
Yeah,
Weekend away. I'll go for the weekend, I think, to
yeah,
Margate. That'd be
yeah.
good for a Beano.
That'd be good. What's the other one as well? The convention, of course, maybe. I wouldn't mind going to meet Del Boy,
One
again
more
at some
time.
point.
If
Yeah,
you can
one
get a
more time.
ticket, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's a bit like Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, that golden
If you got a
ticket.
golden ticket, yeah. Is it
Yeah,
like it's like 250 quid, isn't it?
for Del Boy, I think it's more like 350 quid.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. I'm
yeah.
sure it was less when you went last time, but that was how many years ago was that? 6 years or
No, not what 3 years.
3 years? Oh,
2022. Yeah,
sure it was a
yeah,
bit less then, but
yeah. And let's hope it'd be great, wouldn't it be great if Nick Lyndhurst to do one of the conventions as well?
oh, it'd be amazing. But I
Him
don't
and
think it'll happen.
no, him and
Just
Sir
talking
David.
to everybody about it, it doesn't seem like it would happen, but it would be great because he's as important to the show as Del Boy, definitely. It wouldn't have
Yeah,
worked, would it? I don't think it would have.
no. The casting. Well, no, people do say it, but there's a lot of credit for that. They got the right characters, didn't they? I think in the right episode. Yeah, right actors and the right
That was
characters.
Ray Butt, wasn't it, who did that?
Yeah, Ray Butt was. They got Nick Lyndhurst first, hadn't they? Quite early on.
He
And
was
I
in
think they wanted.
Butterflies, wasn't he?
Yeah, they wanted Wilford Bramble as granddad, but he was a bit famous in Steptoe. But they were struggling to find Del Boy, weren't they?
Hmm. That would have been
Yeah,
interesting. That's a great old comedy, to be fair. But you'd always think of him as that character from Steptoe, I don't think. I think you would have,
yeah,
rather than a different character. So, yeah, I think they luckily, he still probably would have done a good job, but it's
mm,
just what you know, isn't it, really?
yeah. I think too famous at the end of the day. Yeah. Then Sir David got it. An episode of Open All Hours, I think it was. Ray Butt was watching an episode of Open All Hours, wasn't it? And saw Sir David, but they didn't think he could do it because he was a bit. He always played the kind of supporting actor, didn't he?
He
Not the
wasn't the
main.
tough guy, was he?
No, not the main character. No, no. It definitely showed him off in a different light, didn't it, Sir David? For sure, the character of Del Boy.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
Mm.
if he hadn't have got that part, I know he's a fantastic actor, but you don't know what would have happened to his career. Would he have always been typecast as that same kind of character?
Yeah,
Potentially.
yeah, yeah. It certainly opened a few doors for him, didn't it? The Del Boy character. Yeah, yeah.
I did watch
Um,
an interview with him though, and that was interesting. But he said, "I'm not Del Boy," so he must get that a lot. People saying, "All right, Del," but it's not surprising, is it? But that was quite funny. I watched that on YouTube. Can't remember. It was one of these radio stations, and yeah, he was like, "I'm not Del Boy."
and they
But
probably expected to be funny. Well, he's not Peter Kay, is he? He's not a comic, is he? He's
true. Yeah, he's a comedy
so
actor.
yeah, yeah. Someone does. I think he used to say, didn't he? His great line.
I wouldn't
Um,
expect him to be funny. I'd expect him to be a good laugh if you went
mm,
out with him. But you know,
yeah,
obviously at the convention you don't get to go out with him. But if you went for a beer or something, I could imagine him being a good laugh. It's like when Mike Fenton Stevens came on the podcast, he was speaking about how this guy at his pub wanted a signed picture of him, and he made it out to fat whoever it was, and it was funny what he put on there, a bit of humour. So I
yeah.
thought, I bet he's got a load of humour today.
Mm, and he does so. Yeah, like the fans, he spends all the time he can with each fan, doesn't he? That that have come to see him and things. And I think they overrun a lot of the time, bless him, because he chats to each and every one. So definitely a highlight of my
Yeah, I mean,
life up
it's
there.
it's unique because you have a bit of a conversation with him. You know,
Mm,
I think I've said this before, but different. But I met Mark Hamill from Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, and that was very brief. Although it wasn't that much. It was, I
mm,
think it was like 80 quid or something.
mm.
But that was so brief. I mean, it was just like, oh, nice to meet you. I really like the films you were in, and he was like, "Hey, how you doing, guy? I like your shirt." That was about it.
Yeah, yeah,
And we
yeah,
had a picture, but there was so many people, and you could understand that if it was like that with Sir David. But as you say, he takes the time,
yeah,
and it's unique because you're in the flat. As I said, with
yeah.
that, it's just a blue
Mm.
background, and you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
unique.
Brings it to life, as it were, doesn't it, in the flat as well? Yeah, it does. Yeah, I've put my Dell's cocktail sign there.
I like that. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. It's actually I got that. Not got it, but it was at Liverpool. But shame it's shut now. But there's a bar in Liverpool, and they
Well, they
had a bigger
sold
one.
them.
It didn't sell that. There was a big one there, and I got a guy to make one because I liked it that much. So I'm going to get one of them. So I got him to showed him what it was, and got it. Yeah. So
Yeah, because you
um,
went to that bar in Liverpool. It's not there anymore. That's a shame.
no,
At
no, I
least you
went a
went
few
there
times. Yeah, shut
because you could
down.
fall through the bar and things, and
Yeah, yeah.
did
They
they
had the
show
flat.
non-stop Only Fools and Horses? That's what I'd do.
They did that as well. Yeah, Del Boy's cocktails as well. They had the flat. They had the bedroom. Yeah, it was good. They had the van, which, if I'm being overcritical, it was a Robin, not a Regal, so it wasn't quite the real McCoy, but
Hmm. But
you
still
know,
good enough.
still good enough.
I,
Yeah,
I suppose they would have stayed open if they would have done the prices of what it was back then.
yeah,
They
yeah. I
did that,
tried
didn't
to
they?
say, yeah, yeah, they did, didn't they? The Nag's Head there. Yeah,
That
um,
Only
I,
Fools and Horses Day, where Andrew
yeah.
Bernard went and Philip Pope was what was it like 50p or something ridiculous, wasn't it? And for one night
1980,
only.
yeah, 1981 prices. Yeah, yeah. I think it was in Peckham. I think it was. Yeah,
Oh, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
yeah.
It was definitely London, but I can't remember whereabouts.
Mm,
Would have liked to
yeah.
have gone.
Yeah, it'd have been great to do like a convention at this Liverpool bar as well, wouldn't it? But
Mm.
it wasn't meant to be. So
Still, there's lots of other locations we can go to.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
So many.
going further afield, Amsterdam would be a good one, or Hull, wouldn't it? Hull as well.
Hull, Hull and
We can
back.
go
Yeah.
we can go to Hull and back. But I think there's two guys. I'm sure they've gone Amsterdam, in a trotter van and the in-betweeners car. That is it, Cinquecento, whatever it is. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
yeah. So that's a bit of
One
a
day.
one day.
I'd
Yeah,
be happy
yeah,
with Margate. That would be
yeah.
really good to begin
Yeah,
with.
yeah. I think that'd be my bucket list next year.
But I
Margate,
enjoyed it so
Margate.
much. I'm thinking, well, I want to do it again.
Mm, mm.
So
Yeah,
it's a good laugh.
it's a buzz, isn't it? You've seen it so many times on the telly to actually be there. It's quite a hairs on the back of your neck moment, isn't it?
And it's a good laugh going somewhere different and having a few beers and obviously having
Yeah,
a chat and it's
yeah,
good fun.
yeah. We first time we met as well, wasn't it? So
Mm.
yeah, yeah. It was like
And
a weird,
that,
it's like a weird Tinder date, really, wasn't it? But,
wouldn't go that far, but
no,
I
no.
know what you mean. But
Yeah.
the thing is, we've spoken so many times before. I know it's about one thing, but at the
Mm.
same time, I think you get to know the person, don't you? It's been a couple of years now, isn't it, or longer? So
Oh, I think you said, didn't you say 2021? I think we're coming up to 5 years beginning of next year, I
when
think.
COVID ever was, so yeah, I'm trying
Mm.
to forget about that. But yeah, a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah. So we've gone from, what's his name? It was cousin Stan, wasn't it? Mike Kemp. Yeah, I've got the
Oh
name
yeah,
Mike Kemp to, I don't know who we ever had on last, actually, recently.
yes, you do. Councillor Murray,
Councillor Murray, there you go. Yeah, yeah. So,
Angela Bruce.
how many guests did you say we'd had? Over,
I thought it was 28 or 30, something like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. Probably is 30 when you think of, agent, some of the writers we've had on as well, haven't we, and things. And
Just thought I'd mention as well, we're now doing a subscription service for anybody who wants to pay. It's not a lot of money. It's only $4 a month. And this just helps the podcast, to keep going because I don't think people realize you have to pay to put it on all the platforms, etc. And we're just trying to cover our costs really. And you do get extra content. So if you fancy doing that, check it out.
are you doing a Christmas quiz this year, Chris? Or
Yes, I should. I still got to. That's the thing. I love doing the quizzes, but when I have to, you know, do all the correct answers, God, it takes ages. I'm about halfway through, so the
Mhm.
last one, and Philip Pope's going to do the video message for that. And we've got loads of the actors that have said they'll do it. So Andrea Bernard said she would, I think, and Daniel Peacock, and we also got a special message from Sir David. Not personalised, but a special message for a quiz winner. So
Oh wow,
we'll do many of them. Yeah,
yeah,
I reckon
yeah,
about five we can do because the people who've said they're prepared to do it,
great.
and people want to do it. So yeah, but like I
Sounds
say,
good.
it's more fun to. I will obviously mark it. But
Mm,
I feel like a
yeah, yeah,
teacher. You have to write every individual name down, and then you have to like give them a tally, and then you have to double check it and make sure people aren't cheating. And it's a bit, but we'll get there.
so what did he do? Did he put it in the comments, or did he send you a private message then for the
No, they put it in
answers?
the comments, but you've got to
Yeah,
make
so
sure it happens as it happens. Because somebody said to me, "Well, you could put it afterwards," and I said, "You can't because if you put it afterwards, it says, you know."
yeah, yeah. What time it went on and
Some
things.
people on there put it way after the question, and you're like, "Well, you're not going to
Yeah,
get marked for that. You have to do it when it's on." So,
yeah, yeah. Maybe there's a bit. Is there a bit of a bonus for the person who gets it right first as well? Maybe.
not planned, but
No, no, no.
well, they get the Philip Pope message, so that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. But when they answer the question though, if the first one in could get an extra point, couldn't they for that? Or I don't know.
No, I'm not going to do it like that, but potentially in
No.
the future. I'm just doing it straight because also I didn't say that at the start of the video. So, you know what quizzes are like. Oh, I did a
Yeah,
pub quiz once and it was a complete disaster. My God.
yeah, yeah. I can imagine.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But I was kind of making up the rules as I went along. I was like, something about naming these countries, and if you name all the different types of local cuisine, you get points. I made it too complicated, kind of thing. And some people, like some people would put 30 answers and things like this, and then at the end they were all arguing about it as if it was the end of the world. And I was just like. It's just a pub quiz. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't do it again. But with
No.
this, it's something I really enjoy, so it's different. Only Fools and Horses. It's a subject we love, isn't it? So I enjoy doing
Yeah, yeah.
it,
That
which
the MB
helps.
quiz, the MB quizzes is very good. Actually, I've done a few times. I've done one for quite a while. That's quite good as well.
What's that? Is
The,
that with the
the,
money that you get money for it? Or?
yeah, it's like a Zoom. Yeah, like a Zoom thing, and you've got a buzzer and everything. It's
Oh,
quite.
you got a
Yeah, it's quite.
buzzer. They send you a buzzer, or is it on the?
No, it's on your. You've got to use two platforms, tablets. So I use an iPad and a phone, and yeah, you
Oh,
press A, B,
that's
C,
quite
and
cool.
D. Yeah, it's quite good. Yeah, it's quite good.
Maybe we'll
The
do that
one
one
for
day. I'd love to
yeah,
one day do it in a pub. That would be cool.
yeah,
If we
yeah.
did
Be
like
good.
an Only Fools and Horses event, and we could
Mm,
maybe it'd be for charity or something.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, we're not in it for the money really. We do it because we love it. But
Yeah, yeah. Get a bit
yeah.
of support off one or two of the actors. That would be good, wouldn't it?
I think we spoke
Yeah.
about it before. We'll look into it. But first of all, we've got to go back to Bristol Yeah, we'll do that this time next year. No, probably in the summer.
Yeah, summertime. Yeah, we'll have a look. Euros is on it. The World Cup's on, hasn't it? So we'll avoid the World Cup perhaps as well.
Yeah,
Do it before,
in
maybe.
America, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. England, suppose they're happy with the group, really, aren't they? They've got
Paraguay, I think, and another. I
uh,
can't remember now exactly, but they said it was one of the tougher groups. But then I looked at it
oh,
thinking, we should get through. But yeah,
yeah, it's Panama, Croatia, isn't it? Panama, Croatia, and Ghana.
I think we got a good chance this time because
Hmm.
the manager Tuchel, this is getting very football, but he's a tournament manager. I'm a
Mm.
Chelsea fan as well, so
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
I like Tuchel,
Mm.
and it
Mm.
wouldn't bother me that he's German at all. I've seen that
No,
online, and I couldn't care less. I couldn't
we're
care less.
bound to play the Germans though now, aren't we? That is for sure.
Yeah, but I think we'd beat them. To be fair, they're not that
Mm.
great at the moment,
No,
if you're
no,
being honest. Um,
no.
But anyway, we'll do more of these Fools and Horses, of course, and look out for bonus content that we're going to be putting out there through our subscription. And yeah, you get a shout out as well if you join. And yeah, we're just trying to open it up a little bit, for the people who want more Only Fools and Horses, because we do about 2 or 3 a month, don't we? So I'm saying with the subscriptions, I'm doing about 4 a month. So you get bonus content,
Mm.
which is what it's all about, really.
Yeah, definitely.
You going to have a good Christmas then?
Yes, I'll with the family. Yeah, I think I'm off my parents with the kids on Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day. I think my sister's got a bit of a do on. So, what about you?
I'm going around the in-laws this Christmas, so
Okay.
that'll be all right. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
Peak District. Um, Lots of countryside. I
Mm.
get a bit bored after a few days, but we're only there for a few days.
Yeah, yeah.
Just being
And then
honest.
and that's when you forget what day it is of the week, don't you, and everything, because life is for that week.
Yeah,
Busy
it
screens.
gets to the Rodney stage where you're like boring, boring, boring. After 3 days, yeah, and you think,
Yeah, yeah.
wow, I need to get out after 3 days. I get bored, if I'm honest. But no,
Well,
it'll be lovely.
yeah, yeah. It'd be lovely. It'd be lovely, jubbly, of course. Yeah.